Jeez, there's dust on these things. I've had this thing for so long, it's literally been collecting dust in my house. Boom, the Vortex Arma Boost. What is up, guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog. Before we begin, shameless plug, new MSM shirts on the website right now, msmvlog.com. Go pick them up before all the sizes are gone, because we sell out of the big boy sizes pretty quick. So if you're a big boy, jump on it now. Today, guys, we are going to be doing a review on the Arma Vortex Boost. If you don't know what Boost is, basically it's a two-wheel drive version of the Vortex that you can boost it up to be four-wheel drive, and then we're going to boost it even further and put brushless in it, and then boost it even further and put a lipo in it. So if you're wondering why I'm doing this review right now, I've actually had this thing forever. Seriously, like when it first came out, so long that I actually bought it at its original retail price of $199. They're now $169, but I wanted to do this review because I want to see how good this car is for a potential Christmas gift for someone who doesn't have an RC car. So this might be a really good beginner RC car option. All right, before we bust this thing open, let's take a quick look at the box panels. It says here on top, easy access diff removal, easy access power module, easy access electronics module, vented multi-terrain D-boots, K-tar tires, signature easy access modular design. Which, again, this one was designed to start as two-wheel drive, and then you can make it four-wheel drive. So it was designed to be extremely versatile. They do make other vehicles in this Boost platform. I believe they make the Sentin and the Granite and the Vortex. I got the Vortex because I feel like it's probably the most versatile out of the three. All three of them are really, really cool though. It does say it's brushless ready, which is good because we got a brushless system. And it has a slipper pad and sliding gear mesh, which is nice. The two colors it comes in this black and this really pretty red. I ended up going with the black, which I probably should have went with the red because the red's probably easier to see. I always highly advise people not to paint their RC cars black because when it's on the track or it's at night, you can't see it. On the bottom, it talks about how you can boost your 4x2 with more traction, easily convert to 4x4. We're going to find out how easy it is in this video. Two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive, or they call it all-wheel drive. 3 simple steps: remove front diff blanking piece and wheel axles, install pre-assembled front drive line and drive shaft. You're done. Enjoy 4x4 traction. Happy bashing. Seems simple enough. See some of the features on this thing. Okay, it does not come with a Metal Gear servo. However, it does come with a digital waterproof servo. The Mega 550 12-turn brush motor. It comes with a SLT transmitter, which I'm wondering what receiver's in there. Maybe the 315 SLT? Not sure. Waterproof SLT LiPo ready 2-in-1 40 amp ESC receiver. Very nice. And of course it comes with the Spectrum Signature IC3 connectors. It does not come with a battery and charger, but it's okay because we got a battery and I have a charger. So if you do decide to pick this one up, make sure you do pick up a battery and charger. It says recommended 7-cell 8.4 volt 3300 milliamp 7-cell hump pack, or the 7.4 volt 55,000 milliamp 2S. I picked up a Gens Ace Bashing 5200. I love Gens Ace batteries, and this one's not a sponsored video. I just bought this stuff to try out. And this one's extremely affordable. For under 40 bucks, you have a solid LiPo battery, which I highly recommend. If you're going to buy an RC car for the first time, just go ahead and get a LiPo battery and get it over with. It's going to be a little more cost up front, but it's going to really improve your RC experience with a battery that has a really constant power and lasts a lot longer. And then I got the Spectrum Brushless combo, 3300 motor ESC combo. I believe this one is, again, I bought this because it's cheap. I believe this one was right at $105, but that's not bad. 105 bucks for a brushless. We're going to put this in. And then of course I got the Arma Traction Boost. Now I think they changed the name of this to the Boost Box, but basically what it does is it converts your 4x2 boost car to a 4x4 boost car. But what we're going to do is we're going to test it in all configurations. So I'm going to bust it out of the box, drive it in the 4x2 platform. Then I am going to brushless it, and then we're going to put the 4x4 boost on it and see how it is. See if I recommend it, if it's fun, what I think. So let's take this thing out of the box. Ooh. Ta-da! Alright, of course, as for a proper unboxing, it comes with your instruction manual, your remote. Now this is an SLT remote. It does come with AA's. Thank you for that. Someone complained about us complaining, us being YouTubers, about AA's. We don't care if it comes with AA's. What we care about is that the consumer gets AA's and doesn't have to run to the store after they buy their expensive brand new RC car. Anyways, it comes with preload spacer. It looks like some extra body clip holders. That's pretty cool. I thought they just came with body clips, but it comes with the actual body clip holder things. That's nice. And then it comes with your cool, it's like a trading card or something. But yep, it's their Vortex 4x2 boost, a bind plug, and then the car. I'm looking at the car at the exact same time you guys are for the first time. I'm expecting it to look just like a four-wheel drive without the center drive shaft. And that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like a Vortex without the center drive shaft. Very nice. Super cool. Okay, I gotta rip this thing. Alright, so originally I was going to put the brushless system in first before I turned it into four-wheel drive, but the car's fun out of the box, but it doesn't stop. I say it doesn't stop. The wheels stop spinning, but the car keeps moving, and I think it's because all the weight is like in middle of the chassis like a four-wheel drive. Like again, this was originally a four-wheel drive platform. Most two-wheel drives have all the weight on the back, like the motor's in the back, the battery's kind of shifted to the back, so there's enough weight on the back to actually stop the car. So basically, I need more brake, and I'll get more brake with four-wheel drive because then all the wheels will stop, not just the rear ones. I felt like the speed was okay. Again, it's hard for me to say because I'm used to cars that are like, I've driven like super fast cars, right? So it's kind of hard for me to say, but I would say for a beginner, it's definitely gonna be fast enough. Again, I still think it'll be fun, but you really can't stop. And with brushless, I bet you really can't stop. Like it would be going way too fast. It's plenty fun if you're on cement. As soon as you go on the grass, you don't get enough traction to go anywhere. So I think the 4x4 will help a lot. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, look how it's laid out. Very cool. Yeah, I highly recommend getting four-wheel drive. It's obviously a four-wheel drive platform that's running two-wheel drive. So weird, guys. Like, I'm trying to think of why they would do this. Like, the car is so much better four-wheel drive, and it's not that great two-wheel drive. If I recommended this car to somebody, the first thing I would say is get the four-wheel drive option because it makes it so much better. It stops, it's got a lot of traction, it's fun, it's got punch. On two-wheel drive, it wasn't that great. And it just, I keep thinking in my mind, like, I guess they did it because it makes it cheaper to get into, but you don't want a new person's experience with an RC car to be bad, so it's like, was that a good idea? There's better two-wheel drive cars out there that are built on two-wheel drive platforms. I'll hold all my final thoughts till the end, however, yeah, it's so much better with four-wheel drive, so much so that it's like, why did they even have the two-wheel drive option? Alright, brushless system time. Check this out, guys. I'm in the process of pulling out the brushed system to put the brushless system on. I go take it out for the receiver, and there's no receiver. It's because the receiver is integrated in the ESC. Mega lame. Back with another random tech tip. If you have one of these RTR batteries that are nickel metal hydride and they die really quick, like right after you charge them all the way up, they die within minutes, you're probably wondering if it's gone bad. The answer is yes, you're pretty much done. So what happens when your nickel metal hydride dies really quick is, see all these little cells in there? In this one, there's 7 cells. What happens is some of these cells become unbalanced. And when your charger starts charging it up, the cells that are fully charged actually trick the charger into thinking that it's fully peaked, and not all the cells are fully charged. I actually get this question really often. And back in the day, we actually had these little boards that would level out every single cell in a nickel metal hydride pack. But the way you can avoid this, which will eventually happen, but the way that you can avoid it and postpone the actual nickel metal hydride dying is to fully discharge your battery and fully charge it every time you cycle it. And what I mean by that is, don't run it for 2 minutes and then try to charge it all the way back up. Like, don't just keep peaking it. That seems to have a tendency to unbalance the cells. Run the battery all the way down until it's almost completely dead, and then charge it all the way back up. Also, if you have a charger where you can control the amps that it charges up, If you want a really good solid charge it slow. You'll know you have a really good charge on a nickel metal hydride pack if when it's done, you touch it and it's hot. Same with whenever you fully discharge it, it should be hot. Aside from that, the best thing you can do just right off the bat, just go ahead and get a LiPo pack. Get a LiPo pack and a good charger. It's going to make your RC experience that much better. LiPo packs basically have a good performance all the way through, and as soon as they hit the voltage cutoff, it cuts down really quick. You don't see it degrade in performance as you're using the battery. And because your charger can balance cells, your LiPo pack will perform a lot better longer. I hope this helps, guys. Now back to your regular scheduled program. Alright, so I put the brushless system on, and on 2S, I really couldn't tell much of a difference when it comes to like punch. It had a little bit more top end, but it wasn't like noticeable, like it wasn't ballistic. If I'm being honest myself, if I would have upgraded with this brushless system and I threw the same battery, I'd be like, man, it's really not that much different. Honestly, if you're gonna run it on 2S, don't even get the brushless system. Now, if you put a 3S battery in there with a brushless system, that completely changed it. It's a lot of fun. It's plenty fast. It wasn't getting hot. It was great. But if you're gonna do brushless, I highly recommend you just get the brushless Vortex. And the reason why I say that is not only does it come with a better brush system, so the one I put in there was a 3300 kV, I believe it's an 85 amp ESC, whereas the one that the actual BLX Vortex, the brushless system that it comes with is 100 amp. So this entire build with the power up, the brush system, and the LiPo battery was $355. Now that's with the battery. So without the battery, it's $315. A brushless Vortex is $329. I mean, you get a lot more with the brushless one too. And I say a lot more because you also get a receiver, like an actual receiver. You get AVC, which is their vehicle control. So it's like active handling for RC cars. I mean, I really don't know why they did this. Like, I don't recommend you get this if you're not gonna boost it. When I say boost it, get the boost box with the 4-wheel drive stuff. So they're $379 now. You have to pay $30 for that boost box. So $200 you get a brush 4-wheel drive car, which is about like a normal price for a brush 4-wheel drive. So I guess in that regard, it's not bad. But I highly recommend if you plan on just getting a brush, if like going all the way and do brushless, just get the brushless one. You'll be saving yourself a lot of heartache, and you get way better bang for the buck. A couple of things to note: it took me about 20 minutes to install the traction boost or the boost box. It wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be. It seemed like the front axles were a little tight fitting into the bearings. I had to get like a lot of leverage and like pry the axles into the bearings. I got it done, it worked fine, but it was kind of a pain. The brushless system, if you decide to upgrade this to brushless, you will have to get a receiver, a remote and a receiver, because the receiver is actually built into the stock ESC. Yeah, it was a fun little experiment to see how it works. If you want a 2-wheel drive car, I do think there are better 2-wheel drive options. I think the Gorgon is a better 2-wheel drive option. If you want something to work on and you really want to build this up, I guess you can do it this way. But again, I think it's a weird one. Well, I hope that helps, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and you guys will see me next time.